Hi everyone, Kurt here from England to Finland. Recently I visited Helsinki for the weekend, and while I was there I visited the Tom of Finland exhibit in the Kiasma National Art Museum. So who is Tom of Finland? Tom of Finland's one of the most influential artists that has ever came out of Finland, who was well known for his revolutionarily highly masculine art. During a time when being gay was considered a crime, Tom of Finland made art depicting happy gay men. Tom's real name is Tuukka Laaksonen, and he grew up just outside of Turku. He served as an officer in the Second World War and was fascinated by German soldiers and their uniforms. In 1956 he submitted some artwork under the pseudonym Tom. The editor of the magazine in America used the name Tom of Finland. From 1958 onwards he worked in an advertising company and had a side gig distributing copies of his artwork. Laaksonen is best known for his work depicting lumberjacks, motorcycle policemen, sailors, bikers and leathermen. He gave up his full-time job in 1973 and started making a living from his drawings and moved to America in the 80s. In 1989 his work was exhibited in the New York New Museum. His first exhibit in Finland was in 1990, 1 year before he died. In 2014 a Finnish post company published first-class stamps which included works by Tom of Finland. The stamps were a huge success, and there were even campaigns where people sent letters with the stamps on. The Finnish manufacturer Finlayson also released a product line of Tom of Finland's artwork with the aim of bringing the iconic art into the public's homes. The collection has been sold to 21 countries and has performed best in Sweden, Finland and the US. And currently Kiasma is exhibiting some of his art. Kiasma is located in the centre of Helsinki. The Central Railway and Kamppi bus station are only 300 metres away. There are also metro stations there as well. There's no dedicated parking, but there are car parks around the city. Opening hours, so on Monday it is closed. Tuesday to Friday it's open 10 a.m. until 8:30 p.m. Saturday it's open 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. and Sunday it's open 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. I visited on a Saturday and I arrived just after 10 a.m. and there was next to nobody in the building, so I more or less had as much space as I wanted to explore. Kiasma has a free staff cloakroom and lockers as well. Backpacks and large bags must be placed in the lockers to avoid damaging any of the artwork. So the price for entry, museum ticket full price is €20, discounted admission is €12, under 18 is free, and if you have a museum card it's free. People who are applicable for the discount, 18 to 24 year olds, students, pensioners, unemployed, conscripts, non-military servicemen and women, and then people who have free administration, under 18-year-olds, assistance for the disabled, and admission is always free with the following cards: museum cards, CIMAM cards, ICOM cards, Helsinki card, and Kaikurti cards. And then it is free for everyone on the first Friday of the month. So inside the exhibition you're allowed to sketch if you want to, and you can pick up a sketching board from the locker room. You can take photos for personal use inside Kiasma and you can use them on social media, but if you want to use the photos for commercial use you'll have to get in touch with them and make sure that's okay. There are 5 floors in the gallery altogether, and it's nice to look around as a building, all the architecture inside of it. The Tom of Finland exhibit is located on the 3rd floor. The exhibit's title is Bold Journey, and the description is showcasing the works and life story of Tom of Finland, one of the world's best known Finnish artists. There is no age limit, but it is not recommended for children due to the explicit imagery inside of there. So my initial thoughts when I first got into there, I was quite shocked seeing how explicit, so how explicit some of the pieces were. I thought it was going to be, things that I've seen before on bed sheets, on pillows, but yeah, once we got inside there, some of the pictures were quite interesting, yeah. But after looking around a little bit more, I started to see past the nudity and started looking at the actual artistry, learning a little bit more about the person and himself, and I really got into his backstory and I found all of how it all came together. It was really great, and I really enjoyed learning about his motivation to do what he did and how applicable it was in the time that he was doing his artwork. While I was looking around I couldn't help but compare the comparability between Freddie Mercury and Tom of Finland. Both of them queer men and both of them great artists, and that's what I was thinking while I was walking around. I enjoyed quite a lot of the pieces. Some of them made me giggle, and there was one piece of people doing acrobatics. I can't put the picture on here because it was a little bit explicit, and there's another one where a person has a Christmas tree. So if you've seen them, let us know in the comment if you like them. So this is my favourite piece that I've seen inside there. It's quite simple compared to some of his other pieces of work, but there's a lot going on in it as well. His portraits really showed off his actual talent as an artist, and I think that if he chose any category of art to go into, he would have been successful just from his talent. It just happened to be that he chose to do this sort of art, and that's what he became famous for, and that's what he excelled in. There's lots more artwork in the exhibit as well, but there's not much that I can actually put onto YouTube, so I recommend that if you are interested in it, go and have a look, especially if you're going on the first Friday of the month. You're getting in for free then. And then there is also a reading room. It has a wide collection of his books and some of his drawings as well. Some of them are very explicit. I opened a couple of them and close them again quite fast. So my final thoughts. Tom of Finland is ingrained in the Finnish culture. Before my visit to the gallery, I'd only seen his artwork on products, and I didn't really know much of his backstory. It was quite eye-opening, not just seeing his life story, but seeing how other people were behaving in the exhibit. Everyone was walking around just looking at the pieces. Even though it was quite explicit, there was lots of people from what looked like different walks of life, old people, young people, I'm guessing all sorts of people was looking at his artwork. And I think that because his artwork has been so widely publicised, it has opened many people's eyes to his way of living. Since I've been in Finland, I've not seen any homophobic behaviour whatsoever, and I believe that Tom of Finland has been a big part in this, and I would recommend for anyone to go and have a look at it.